Hi, I'm Rollie Williams, and here I am in Las Vegas, the city that remembered that people love gambling but forgot people need to drink water to survive. Anyway, I love pool, totally addicted to it, and I'm actually pretty good, except for the fact that there's a ton of people who can completely wallop me. Luckily, there are other people who can teach me how to get better, and one of those people is Florian Venom Kohler.
Florian is a multiple-time world champion trick shot artist. He's got at least 6 Guinness World Records and billions of views on his videos.
So I'm gonna go to Florian's house, he's gonna totally wreck me, and then he's gonna teach me what I need to do to improve. This is from average to good. Little tip, come to Vegas ready to die. It helps. Okay, so here I am in 130-degree weather in Las Vegas, and I am at Florian Kohler's house. This is very literally the house that Internet Pool built. Let's check it out. He's got a dog.
What's up?
Ooh, how you doing, Florian?
You almost got attacked by a really mean dog, so.
This is internet gold. Now, obviously, we are mic'd up, so I've already been here, but let's see this place.
All right, so I'm gonna let the bees go. Okay, so this is the main part of the house, kitchen here, and the standard pool table.
Just a regular pool table that you have in your house that you own. Hey, this is my impression of a pug. You have more pool tables upstairs. This house is ridiculous.
And there you go. Carom table here, trick shot table down the back.
Oh my God, you have a pool hall in your damn house. Where are the pockets on your pool table, Florian?
Yeah, that's not a pool table, that's a carom table, my friend. True gentleman game, original pool. Probably one of the hardest billiard game ever.
So they invented this game before they invented pockets?
I actually believe so.
Cool.
Don't quote me there though.
Got it.
This is the trick shot table, this is a Rasson table, same table they use in Moscone Cup, very solid. And as you can see, I kind of beat the crap out of it.
Gotta get a shot of these walls, by the way. This is the wall of Florian's house. It is just repeatedly brutalized by flying cue balls. Look, I'm gonna admit it, I like this house.
Yeah, that's usually what happens with pool player. A lot of people can visit and they never want to leave.
All right, let's get to it.
First, we'll play a couple of games of 9-ball so Florian can gauge my skill level.
So I don't love my chances here today, but are you a little scared? You've seen some of my videos where I miss 79 times in a row and then make a shot. Are you a little worried that I might be able to make some?
I think the odds are kind of stacked up against me, but I'll try really hard. It's a well-known fact, trick shot player cannot play pool, right?
Florian lets me break the first game and I'm feeling really good. Scratch. Well, that was a bad start. Florian comes to the table with ball in hand and does a light draw on the 1, knocks the 2 in, rolls the 3 and the 4 in, drops the 5 and rolls out, hits a really nice stun draw on the 6, knocks the 7 in, and then the 8, and then the 9 for an alarmingly controlled run.
Okay.
Well, I mean, he did give me ball in hand.
Game 2, Florian breaks and makes the 2 ball,
Oh, come on, 1 ball.
but has to really let the cue ball go to shoot the 1 in. He ends up with a long straight in 3 ball, which he makes, and then drops the 4, hits a light draw on the 5, just rolls the 6 in, stuns over to make the 7 with perfect position on the 8, hits the 8 in and spins over for another perfect shot on the 9, winning game 2, so I've scratched on 1 break and I'm already down 2-0. Game 3, I get to break again so that I get another shot, and I make the 8 ball but end up extremely hooked on the 1. Normally I think I would play safe, but I was a little antsy from not getting to shoot in 2 games, so I went for a kick on the 1 to the lower left corner, and against all odds, I made it.
What a shot. So I'm guessing all those recreating Efren Reyes trick shots are finally paying off.
Oh yeah.
Unfortunately, the 2 doesn't go into the lower right-hand corner, so I try to play a safe, but I bump the 5 with a cue ball on the way out. I end up getting lucky and the cue ball rolls safe, but fortune favors the bold, and Florian clocks the 2 off a rail and flukes in the 3. Still, that 2 isn't super easy, said the guy who apparently doesn't know anything about how pool works, and Florian drains 4, 5, and 6, spins up for the 7, but he wouldn't be a trick shot artist if he didn't play at least 1 trick shot in a game. So he hits the 9 ball on the way down table.
Playing with fire.
Leaves himself a straight in shot, which he hammers in and goes into the corner point for good measure, winning a very convincing 3-0. But the beating wasn't over because Florian needed to see exactly how terrible at trick shots I was.
This is probably the very first trick shot I've learned. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna set it up, I'm gonna make it, and then I'm not gonna tell you what happened. Okay, so you have 3 balls.
Okay.
You're gonna make the 1 on the left, the 5 on the right, 9 ball in the corner here. So you're behind the head string here, and that's pretty much it.
Oh!
Well, you can only go better from there. So.
Yeah. Well, I made the balls in the corner.
Well, you made 2 balls, but not exactly the right one.
So I'm gonna adjust over here and then make sure I go a little more full into the 1 ball. Hey. Oh! That's a pretty good trick shot.
Yeah, but it's not the intent, you know. So that's another thing
okay.
that we don't do in trick shot. We don't lie, really. You know, you gotta make the shot you make. There's no fluke happening.
Okay.
All right, this is your last try. You know, that's pretty hard to miss every ball, actually.
All of them. I thought that 5
right.
for sure would go in.
One-hand jump shots. It's really easier than people think.
Okay.
You're gonna go like this, and then. Now the trick is to find where's your balance point in the cue.
Oh!
All right. This is what we call the circular draw. No trick shot artist, the real trick shot artist, if he cannot do the circular draw.
Okay. Or she.
Or she. 100%. This is the most difficult standard trick shot, I'll say, in the book.
Oh, that was pretty good. Okay, all right.
All right, now let's see what you get.
No problem.
All I can tell you is you gotta unleash your stroke, my friend.
Unleash the stroke. First I gotta find a stroke.
So first you gotta find the setup already. So this is a perfect example of a combination between skill and knowledge too, so.
Okay.
Unfortunately, he decided to go with a follow shot rather than draw. Tough shot, right?
That's really tough. Okay, so Florian, you won 3-0. You beat me in all the trick shots, except for one. Am I the greatest player you've ever seen in your life? You want me to rephrase it? Am I the world's greatest player of all time?
You know, I'll be honest with you, I've been impressed actually.
Oh!
Your average pool player is better than average.
Wow, okay.
You actually, you know, you're gonna have to change your title sooner or later, I think. I don't know, you're better than average pool player, maybe?
That is...
Slightly better than average?
I'm thrilled to hear you say that. Thank you very much.
Absolutely. You know what it is though? All this practice pays off. You know, trying a shot 50, 100 times, it might seem crazy, right? But it really teaches you a lot.
Man, this is the nicest one of these post-game interviews that I've ever had. All right, so what are some parts of my game that I need to improve on?
As far as I've seen for normal pool, probably shot selection.
Okay.
Very hard to explain, you know, quickly. A lot of experience. I'll say some stroke, you know, maybe. And to me, it looks like you don't really have an aiming system. So I'd say you gotta find some guy that has a good aiming system.
Okay.
First, I'm gonna teach you how to do the trick shots. Some that kind of missed or didn't do so good, and then we're gonna cover some jump and masse, but we're gonna do that upstairs because I wanna keep this table pretty good. So the first thing you're doing wrong is like what everybody's doing wrong usually. You kind of put the one ball a little too much front, right? So if your one ball is on the spot, for example, right? If you look at the tangent there, your one ball is always gonna come to this rail. Even though it might look like it's looking good, right? It looks like it's center, but really because of the impact, it will throw this way. So what I do is I line up the 5 on the spot, literally. I'm gonna use the cue as a guide to put it sort of straight, but a little bit on the throw on the side. And then we're just gonna do the one ball. Now look at my tangent here. See where it goes? This one is in the pocket. Even though it might seem a bit to the right side, you kind of think you're gonna miss it this way. You won't. This is actually wired in. Wide ball, I usually go, start about here.
Okay.
And then depending if I aim short or long, I'll move the cue ball here or there.
A half ball on the one?
Half or quarter ball, depending how full you're gonna hit it, really. So. Oh, okay, so a little too thin still.
Too thin.
And all you gotta focus now, because your shot was pretty good, is to aim a little fuller.
Fuller on
What
the
you could
one
do
ball.
too is move a little bit the cue ball there, helps you to get more full, and then we'll go from there. Look at that. Look at that. Oh! In your case, really, you put your one ball already way too far. So you're pretty much out there. Meanwhile, it's closer is better, you know, simply because you got a little more power to it and you don't need to get this big motion. But even that, this is a shot that you might never make in your life. I'm serious, this is that hard. Now, it's a good stroke. Okay, if you don't remember that on the video, how to get a bigger stroke, strong bridge hands, loose back grip,
backhand, yeah.
follow through, and that's pretty much a stay in position.
Okay, and just all draw.
All draw. Don't even bother about anything. Right now we just want the cue ball to curve in front of the 8 ball and then comes back to you. See, your motion was a little too rough. There you go. Now we have sort of something looking like it.
Okay.
Now you only need to gain about 4 diamonds and we should be good. Again, fluke and trick shots, no count. But you know, I give you credit for trying.
Great. We get one more try.
Yeah, you can have 100 tries if you want.
Well, we gotta move on. That felt okay.
That felt good, right? Doesn't
Yeah.
it? All right, let's cover some jump and masse now, but not on this table. I want to be able to play on this. Let's go upstairs. There's not much about a jump shot besides the fact that it's much easier than people think.
Okay, great.
So really what I'd like to do for beginner, which you're already more than a beginner, so it should be pretty easy. It's kind of just go and do this here. So we put the cue ball further to the rail.
Okay.
And then we put those balls the diamond away, right? So just in a straight line. So the cue ball being frozen to the rail, it just kind of teaches you you really don't need to go under the center of the cue ball to jump a ball.
Okay.
Right? That's pretty much it. Now the key on a jump shot is think about an anti-pull stroke almost.
An anti-pull stroke?
Meaning a jump shot, I mean a pull stroke is a longer follow through, right? A big motion. A jump shot is a short, fast poke rather than so it's more of a this, right? But if you do that poke at the ball in a normal pool game, it's not good.
Right.
However, for jump shot, it's really good. So like this, I don't even have to look. It's very effortless, right?
Whenever I have to shoot a jump shot, I use the dart style currently because I'm not that good at the other.
It's pretty much the same thing here, you know? You really don't have to look too much. The only difference is you might have a little slower of a delivery. What I like to do is to use the normal grip, which is this one for longer shots, and this one for shorter distance. So let's say you have something like this. You know, I don't like to use this because I think it's just not as comfortable because I gotta move my elbow.
Yeah.
However, this here, it's like really easy. Just a short, fast poke, that's it. And that's why you can do left hand, right hand under my leg. I mean, it's just that easy.
So this one, I feel confident I can do that.
Easy, right?
I guess, what are the secrets for, like, how do I like aim? You know, you see friggin' guys like Jason Shaw, guys like you, just jumping lots of balls and getting like some actual action in the cue ball. Like if I wanted to like pocket this 5 ball in the side on a jump, like how do I aim it? What's the deal?
So you're gonna aim it like a normal pool shot, really.
Okay.
So you always aim from low. You kind of find your angle and then you try to really keep looking at your object ball, right?
Okay.
And then what I do, and I don't know if it's true for the other players, but whenever I play a jump shot, I always play it a little fuller than if I wanted to play a normal shot.
Okay.
Reason is simple, so it's just a little physics. So basically, if you don't hit it straight in, here's what happened on a jump shot, right? You're gonna jump it, and then it's not really going a straight line, so it doesn't slide to it, right? It's going like this. So you're always gonna touch a point a little higher on the object ball than you really think. So now if I were to exaggerate, you know, if I go here, right? And this is a standard shot, so it goes like this, pretty much, right?
Right.
Now I'm gonna hit the same spot, but from higher up. You see how much difference it is?
Yeah. Okay.
So really, you're gonna cut the ball way more often on a jump shot than on a non-jump shot. So I always like to use, a little more full, and it's something you're gonna have to kind of mess with it, but like this here, for example, on that 5-ball, it's just a full. You know, for me, I just hit it full.
Totally full.
Pretty much, yeah.
Oh my God, okay, let me try it.
Say 98% full, probably. Okay, so now this is your angle. So I was gonna tell you, but I wanted to see if you did it. The problem with the, this kind of grip is you're just not comfortable going higher, and sometimes you don't have a choice. So is that the same shot? It looks like it's close enough, right? So you're probably like this, but it's a little too low. All you gotta do is go a little higher. Ooh, that was bad. Let's do one more. There you go. So I hit a little too hard. Might not be the right example there because we're gonna jump the ball a little too much, but.
I wanna go up even higher.
Yeah, that should work. You should be about perfect there.
So there I
So the problem is, it's because you're not doing the short, fast poke exactly. You're more pushing through it, which is why you're putting masse into the ball really. So if you're not hitting center, you will, and that's a classic, normal mistake. There you go. That was great. If you're doing this and you're following through on the cue ball, let's say extreme right spin, you see the spin on the ball, right?
Yeah.
Okay, you don't want that on a jump shot, except if you really need it for a reason. So the only way you follow through on a shot like that is you're trying to get spin or something like that. But in this case here, this is just center ball, short, fast poke, and that's it.
Cool.
Missed the ball, but I just
You
controlled
hit it
all the way.
So I know against all odds, I made it on the first try, but the one-handed jump shot, I was just hitting and hoping. What am I, like a psycho? Like what's going on?
Basically what you do is you gotta find the balance point, which is
Okay.
usually right somewhere around there, right?
Okay.
And the key is to be as how to say that, as stable as possible, right? And again, you can do a one-hand jump because it's only a short, fast poke.
Now, does your hand need to be in your pocket?
It just makes it more stylish.
So you gotta, so just like you're chilling, like you're waiting for a bus or something.
Yeah.
Oh, I guess I'll play a little one-handed jump shot if there's time.
Yeah.
Okay.
Say it like this. Here. So easy, huh?
So easy.
Here. I'll do one hand into the leg for you.
No.
Oh. Oop. I try to make a hole in my wall again.
Okay, so tell me if I'm doing anything wrong here.
Yep.
So right on the rail, I kind of find the
Balance point.
balance, which is like. Now I put my hand in my pocket.
Yeah, that's it.
Critical.
There you go. Look at you. Masse is a very useful shot and comes in all kind of, same as the jump shot. You'll see a little bit of everything from masse. The first one I would say is probably one of the classical masse, playing the 12 ball and you're here, right?
Okay.
You could bank it, but usually what happens is you can't bank it because you have balls blocking you.
I can't bank it because I'm bad at banking. So.
Well, there you go.
Balls to block.
You don't like to bank, right?
Right.
This is an actually easy shot. It's just a simple masse. What you gotta do is just, again, kind of like a normal standard stroke. Really just wanna go around the 14 into the 12. All you gotta do is basically open bridge, 50-degree plus, something like that, 9 o'clock. Whoops, so there was a little, not enough spin. Let's do one more. There you go. Okay, so that's the problem with the masse is it's always a very, how to say that, instinctive shot.
Okay.
Okay, now the main concept is you're gonna try to avoid the ball, and usually at the ball that you're avoiding, this when the ball is gonna break and go this way.
Okay, where on the cue ball am I trying to hit?
Right here.
Okay, right there. So it's basically I'm
More towards the center of the ball.
I'm trying to push the ball, and then at the same time.
So what happened is the ball is gonna slide because of force.
Yeah.
And then when the force dies, the speed takes in.
Okay.
Much higher.
Higher than that?
Now you see you're going a lot on backspin. You want to be right here.
Oh,
you don't need any backspin, really. It's just a side spin shot.
Interesting.
Okay, so that was not on the extreme of the ball enough. It was too much full.
Hang on. Okay. I'm gonna count that. Thank you. Now this is interesting because every masse that I've hit, I always think, oh, hit it with backspin. I don't know why. I don't have to hit this with any backspin at all.
Not really, because the side spin would be enough because you're not trying to really make the cue ball come back to you. You're just trying to make it turn, right?
Yeah.
And actually, you know, the main thing is really people forget you can even put a top spin masse.
Top spin masse.
Yeah, and I'll show you an example later.
Okay.
So really, just try to catch right the side of that ball. There you go. That's great, beautiful, huh? We can go further out. Again, you know, why would you put backspin into that, right?
Yeah.
No need. And the only difference from your previous shot is you're gonna need less angle, but you're gonna aim pretty much the same point. You know, and this is a very controlled shot, actually. This is a shot you should be 90% on it. Meanwhile, the jump shot would be very difficult. The kick shot's very difficult too.
Especially from all the way out
Exactly,
here.
so this is a very easy shot. Not even need that much angle, less angle.
How's that?
Yeah, should be okay. There you go.
Wow.
Look at that, 2 in a row, huh?
2 in a row. Oh yeah, I'm feeling it on this one.
There you go. See? That's it, you gotta feel it. Now, how about this kind of masse?
Oh boy. Okay, so, I mean, I guess I would just lots of angle and maybe some backspin for this one.
So the thing is, after a certain distance, I'm probably gonna say this would be still doable. This you just still aim as to miss the ball. When the closer you get, the more you can't really just aim to miss the ball.
Because it won't
You
break.
could, but it's a bit tricky. So what I like to do is I like to go and aiming like if I'm banking the ball.
Okay.
So especially if it's something like this, I mean, how are you gonna miss the ball? You know what I mean? This is impossible, right? Your concept is pretty much over. So let's do this, you know? So you split the distance pretty much here.
Okay.
Right? Do a halfway. And you kind of look at a point on the felt that you're comfortable with where the ball is gonna break out. You know what I mean? I mean, it could be here for you, it could be there.
So I'm trying to like...
That's it. So you gotta visualize that. There's no real secret here. The only difference is, again, you know, because you're more vertical, because you're more of a straight curve, you're gonna have to be more vertical, a little more powerful. And yeah, that's pretty much it. But I like to just visualize a point on the table. So here I'm gonna try to break probably about here. You can see some chalk here on the table. We're pretty straight. You could do open bridge. I'm gonna go with putting my knee on the table because you know I'm gonna make fancy. And I'm gonna try to visualize the breaking point.
So vertical. This cue is so vertical. Oh my god.
Right there, you see it?
Yeah, perfect.
You went straight for it.
Perfect.
But that's what's gonna help you to make the shot. You have to visualize, and it's like every other shot in pool. If you don't know where you're going, you most likely will miss.
Yeah.
So here, you have to kind of know where you're going.
Now this is a thing, I just never really fully realized how truly vertical your cue is for this shot. I always sort of like thought, oh, you just sort of chop at it.
That's because the first shot we did is more of a 50-degree angle.
Yeah.
This is a full 90 degrees simply because it's a totally different kind of masse. They're both masse, but not the same family to me. They're just curves. The thing is, the more you're on an angle, the more you have a chance to rip the felt too. At a 90-degree angle, all you do is go straight down.
You're just hitting that.
And you're never really gonna do anything besides burning the table. So that's part of why you also like to do that. And then the rest is it's all really being useful.
So I'm gonna try to break around here.
That seems very ambitious.
Okay, I'll try to break around here then.
I would say, yeah.
All right.
So, and
Sorry, Dad.
all you need is think about the, you know, you're doing a little running English on the bank shot, will be the same thing. I was gonna say, I already know you're gonna miss it.
What gave it away?
Your angle.
I'm bad at pool.
No, your angle. You're like this, really.
Yeah, and I need to be.
Here's a little test for you.
See again.
Here's a little test for you. Let the cue just go by itself, right? Go put yourself in position. Oh, like literally go on the table. Let the cue down, right? Let it balance, and then you put your bridge, and then you see that's your vertical.
Oh shit. I mean,
Crap.
shoot.
Aha. Is that amazing? I mean,
This guy.
I'm not that great of a teacher, but I like to say I kind of know what I'm doing. This is the air bridge. Elbow, top of the hips, like this. And then one thing I do that you don't do at all is move your cue closer to your, basically you can almost put it right behind your ear. No, that would be...
Sorry, say it again. Oh, my right ear.
There you go.
Oh,
and it kind of
yeah.
gives you a guide on, you know, it's kind of like if you're on the rail, right?
Yeah,
And
you're
doing
hitting
this,
straight down.
It's sort of like this, so don't hit your ear too much, you might rip it off, but you know. That would be something like this, right? See it right behind my ear. There you go. Go here, you make the 1, and the cue ball draw back, or masse back into the 15. That's what we call the rocket masse. More angle, yeah, high vertical. There you go, you see the difference, huh?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, try to see. There you go. Look at that. Rollie Williams, now a trick shot artist in the making.
Wow, this is a big day for me. We've done some masses, but there's a video, and I'm rolling the footage right now, and you're seeing on the screen a fucking full-ass table masse around like a line of balls. How the f did you do that shot?
You actually could do as your playing cue, but yeah, I wouldn't advise you to do so. So I'm gonna use a masse cue.
Okay.
Heavier cue, thicker shaft. This is Kevlar and carbon. There's a smaller ferrule, so if you go, you don't hear the same noise you did to yours. This is a super soft tip.
Okay.
And yeah, it's pretty much shorter too. So it's in between a playing cue. We got the combination here. If you put it back on the table, right, this is a playing cue, jump cue, masse cue. So masse cue is really an in between.
Okay.
And then if you lift this one, you'll see the difference in the weight.
Oh, it's really heavy.
Yeah. So so the thing is, again, it's coming back to the same exact concept. We're going from force, find your breaking point, to then the roll. Find kind of the banking line, find the spot you want to get the ball to turn
The break.
and then come back.
Okay.
The only thing is I'm gonna hit it much harder, and since the distance is much longer, it's a little more difficult. Just to touch our right spin. There we go. There you go.
Oh. All right. Is this a thing that I could do?
You could try,
Okay.
but the problem is never, on masse, is never the power, it's never really anything, the skill, it's more how to control it, and that's something it's very hard to explain, is it's such a big motion that the little variation in where you hit the cue ball is gonna make a big difference. But really, think about it same way, you find the vertical point, and then you're just gonna have to really give it.
Really give it some mustard.
Give it some mustard, yep. That is quite good, actually.
Okay.
That is quite good.
Now we're cooking. All right. Attempt number 2. Oh.
So you just you have what we call the pool player syndrome. That's usually a sign when you're actually playing pretty good.
Oh, great.
You're afraid to hit the table. Honestly, I've never broken a slate in my life. I've broken a lot of things. A couple windows, about 200 walls.
My heart.
Tables, maybe your heart, yeah. But ferrules, tips, but no, I've never broken a slate.
Okay. So I will.
So just go right straight to it. Imagine trying to go straight to the slate. There we go.
Oh yeah. Okay. And now, so now the adjustment that I need to make.
You're still not vertical enough. Well, that was quite good. Ooh. See, that was a perfect hit as far as power, stance. The only thing you're missing is just a touch of right spin.
Touch your right spin.
But not much, just a touch. It's a good thing it wasn't my cue.
Double masse. That's kind of cool.
It's pretty good. That's a head. How's your fingers and your leg and
Am I like cramping up? This is tough.
it's tough sport, huh?
Didn't you
Isn't it?
break your hand one time?
I did actually, yeah.
That's messed up.
Yeah.
From this.
From this, I'm using always the European style, and I popped 3 bones out. So, well, now I had to change to the American grip, but took some getting used to. But
Oh.
I'm gonna grab a chair. I feel like, I feel like we're back to the Jimmy White video. So, all right. Oh, now I feel better.
Okay, so now I'm realizing now your original note, break the slate, that's the note. That's what you gotta remember.
You have to hit the ball. Now you can see how sensitive really those big masses are, right?
Yeah.
Like a touch on the left, touch on the right, touch too much on the center, change basically the entire shot. So
feeling good about this one.
Whoa! So here's Rollie Williams trying to learn a masse shot. All right.
I hope this is the one that I get it in.
Whoa! That's all right. That's all right. You know, contrary to popular belief, Scratch is out in trick shots, so.
Okay, so I made the masse shot, and now I'm sweaty and disgusting. But I'm gonna show you, this is the one trick shot that I know. And it's top left off the knuckle.
Ooh. Oh, that's all right. You got 3 tries, right?
Yeah, 3 tries. Everyone gets 3 tries.
Oh, look at that.
Okay.
Fancy.
Okay,
All right,
that's
on the
my
second
trick
try. Like I said, I think I've seen that shot before.
Yeah,
you know, I think he might be from certain Filipino guy, you know?
Ah. All right, so Florian, did I improve today to the level of super grandmaster pool player?
I wouldn't say super grandmaster, but I'll say pretty damn good, man. I mean, I'm impressed by your masse, actually. A lot of power. You look like you know where you're hitting the ball. You know, it might save you in a crazy situation one day. Who knows? I mean, I have a feeling you're going to play US Open next year, so who knows?
Wow, you are wrong. So you're doing trick shots at all hours of the night, but you still do drills and practices. Like, what are some stuff that you do for practicing?
It's very difficult because I don't have a set routine, but especially the 3 tables now, I kind of go for what I want to do on the day, and it depends on my schedule. So if I got to do trick shots, I'll just have to find new trick shots. If I have a tournament for trick shot, I have to practice the book shots, which means, you know, basically just do them over and over, trying to find the adjustment here and there. Then, you know, I'll play some 3 cushion, gets my cue ball control a little better, speed, gets me my brain open up to some new shots ID. And as far as normal pool goes, there's a few things I'll do, and I like to play the ghost 9 ball. You know, put a magic right there and just try to beat the ghost. I don't think there's much better than that. And when you don't feel so good, some drills are obviously, you know, a must-have, must-do.
Okay, well, thank you so much to Florian Kohler for letting me into his home, which possibly unwise.
You know, the one thing I like to say is, if I can't destroy my house, you're probably pretty safe.
Follow Florian on YouTube and also Facebook and also Instagram.
I'm trying Instagram, you know, I'm a little old already, but getting into the Instagram game.
And as always, you know, keep playing. If you want, I guess you could subscribe to this channel, but also, like, you got a life, you're busy, do your thing. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next time. Bye.
Dude, perfect.